Hello, my name is Dawn Jeffrey. I'm Ward 5 with Miss Wright. I'm a local community activist, Ward 6, sorry, with Miss Wright. I'm a local community activist and concerned citizen. I've been to this board before and plan to continue until real action is taken. This means going beyond meetings and actually implementing and enforcing policies that will protect the citizens from the police. We are here today because we are deeming that this is a People's City Hall meeting. We are occupying City Hall today because of the ignored cries of the people to protect us from the police. We are declaring a state of emergency, as should every state in the nation that allows police to beat, rape, and murder their citizens without repercussions. We will not yield until the City Board of Directors agrees to put following resolutions on the agenda, as well as taking real actions. That means actually doing something, not just hosting meetings. So we want the money rebudgeted that was assigned to the police force, extra money. We want that rebudgeted and reallocated to communities so it is equally distributed, if not more. Preventative programs, mental health programs, work programs with living wages. We also want the Little Rock Citizens Review Board to be appointed by the people and not appointed by the mayor. Time after time, we see corruption of the LRPD be swept under the rug instead of defunding the police, which is a totally flawed enforcement system. We continuously refund the police. There is already plenty of funding within the department to meet these requests, even if you reallocate some of the funds. We would love and demand that you remove the corrupt officers from the force, because there are a list of several who are still serving on the force currently. Last month, even several protesters were attacked by Blue Lives Matter sympathists, white supremacists, cops in plain clothes. LRPD and Capitol Police just stood there watching. Little Rock Police Department Chief and Little Rock Capitol Police both exchanged messages with Blue Lives Matter sympathizers, arranging the meetup of Black Lives Matter protesters and other protesters that are organizing, fighting for the liberation of our people. Some officers went as far as to falsify reports to portray sympathizers as victims when they and the white supremacists incited the violence. The officers are allowed to continue to do this. The city is well aware of the incident that happened. None of these officers have been reprimanded, but they have been allowed to file false reports. Adrian Thompson was just tased in the eye by the LRPD a few weeks ago. LRPD still hasn't released information about the incident that resulted in the loss of Adrian's eye, the name of the officer, nor what he has to do. I request more time from the board.
Ms. Jeffrey, as you know,
I request more time from the board.
As you know, we only do 3 minutes during citizen communication.
I request more time from this board.
As you know, D'Angelo.
One of the most egregious affairs was that unwarranted murder of Bradley Blackshire by cowardly Charles Starks on February 22nd, 2019. This man has been given a license to kill, being reinstated into the force after conduct. The city makes it clear where they stand in regard to criminal behavior when they protect officers like Charles Starks. Mayor Frank Scott says the city of Little Rock is above the curve, but that is a lie. We are behind the curve, if not in it. The city continues to do is sprinkle breadcrumbs with no ache. We demand that these officers be removed from the force.
Ms. Jeffrey.
Rape and murder. The people demand the right to elect members of the Citizens Review Board. We demand an immediate end to building new jails or detention centers, building jails that promotes the urgency to fill them. We demand an immediate end to over-policing impoverished communities and neighborhoods, primarily of color, with the sole intention of filling these prisons for profit. We demand police-free schools. We demand the police be defunded and divest money into the communities. We demand these funds be used for cleaning up our communities' parks and recreation, as well as feeding impoverished communities. We demand these charges against protesters be stopped. We demand the full reevaluation of the laws that do certain trivial acts, crimes to send someone to prison for. When people are speaking about issues of Black lives in the state of emergency, if y'all say y'all are concerned, y'all should be willing to speak. We demand some of the prisons and jails be used for imprisoning officers committing crimes. We demand all police unions be dissolved. We demand police have to live in these cities. We demand that they're not allowed to drive the police cars home. We demand that demographics match the demographics of the community. We demand the uncoupling of health emergencies responses from law enforcement. We demand
peaceful.
to withdraw police participation in police militarization.
It's peaceful.
We demand the elimination of gang and vice units. We demand police departments in the use of unpaid administration leave of law enforcement officers under investigation for physical, sexual, racial, and violence of any kind. We demand a punishment for the officers equal to the punishments of the citizens that do the same crime. We demand the department cease asset forfeiture programs. We demand a cap for overtime accrual and or pay for military exercises. We demand the termination and disqualification from pension and rehiring law enforcement officers who have engaged in physical, sexual, and racial violence. We demand decriminalizing drug, traffic, and poverty-related offenses. We demand timely release of information of officer-involved shootings and abuse of power incidents. We demand the department immediately take any officer into custody that commits a violent crime. We demand police accountability. Police cannot investigate and clear themselves. We demand independent investigations of all officers involved shootings by the entity not related to the police.
Officers, we're going to, if everyone back up, that we'll continue on with the board meeting and allow them to be peaceful, but if all the officers will back up, please. We'll continue on with the board meeting.
Create real checks and balances for police brutality. We will no longer allow the city.
Our citizens' communication has now been.
We will no longer allow this city to sprinkle breadcrumbs and do this city an injustice. We demand that these offers are prosecuted, demanding starting with Charles Starks. You fired Charles Starks, but you didn't stand behind your word. You should have.
We are now going to open into a public hearing for item number 13. Madam Clerk, if you would, please read the ordinance for the first time.
An ordinance to approve the partial right-of-way abandonment of the east 15 feet of the 80-foot wide Polk Street right-of-way located adjacent to 5423 Hawthorne Road in the city of Little Rock, Arkansas, and for the purposes first reading.
Move to suspend the rules and place on second reading.
Second.
There's a motion and second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, please say nay. Ayes have it. Second reading.
An ordinance to approve the partial right-of-way abandonment for the east 15 feet of the 80-foot wide Polk Street right-of-way located adjacent to 5423 Hawthorne Road.
Thank you for sharing your message.
Second reading.
Thank you so much.
Move to suspend the rules and place on third and final reading.
Second.
The motion is second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, please say nay. Ayes have it. Second reading.
An ordinance to approve the partial right-of-way abandonment for the east 15 feet of the 80-foot wide Polk Street right-of-way located adjacent to 5423 Hawthorne Road. Third and final reading.